Ambassador
Yep.
Carl, right? Ambassador for Terrasend, I
Yep.
believe, right?
Brand ambassador.
Brand ambassador. Okay. Um, just a little quick up, so the viewers, listeners can get to know you a little bit, and what's your name, and what do you kind of do for Terrasend?
Oh, awesome. Appreciate it. Well, my name's Carl Burrell. I'm a brand ambassador for Terrasend. So my job is to go out, represent our brand at our different accounts and then dispensaries that carry our products. Own the brands of Legend, Pine Tree, Valhalla. We're also the New Jersey manufacturers for cookies flour and Wana gummies. So we'll go out to different dispensaries, pop ups, and educate all the customers on the different products that we carry, SKUs, and the benefits of those products as well. And we help the community understand what we're all about and what the Terrasend brand is all about. So it's a lot of fun. It gives us a chance to meet people out in the actual dispensaries that are purchasing the
Right,
product. It's awesome.
right, right. It's more like of a deeper connection with with people that buy the product.
Absolutely.
Um, Sounds like a pretty big operation for Terrasend. A lot of hands, a little bit everywhere. Um, so you brought up some of the brands like Valhalla, Pine Tree, and Legend. Um, for somebody that doesn't know those products, um, what's a good way to distinguish the products? Maybe maybe it reaches out to patients more, or who do they cater more to?
Oh, absolutely. So the big thing to always understand with our brands are Pine Trees are premium flower concentrate brands. So that is that light purple, periwinkle type of color. You'll always notice that purple. It's a really cool brand. Really nice branding on it. That one is a lot of indoor grown flower that you're gonna get. Everything's over 20% THC, high terp profiles. Um, that is going to be for your consumers who are a little bit more of like concierge, type or consumers or what's the word I'm looking for?
Connoisseurs.
Connoisseurs. Absolutely, they like those very high quality brands and products. We do our half gram live resin cards. Then you have our Legend brand, which is for people who are stretching that buck a little bit more. You have our 14 gram and 28 gram products. You have our 8 pack pre rolls. You have 2 gram and 1 gram cartridge and vape carts, and those are your more priced a little bit more economically. So most places will have like a half ounce at like $140. Pretty good pricing, and we just launched a greenhouse grow that's going to be for Legend, and you're going to see eighth the market, 3.5 grams at like $40. So it's going to give people a chance to be able to stretch their dollar a little bit more, try more strains because we have almost 30 different strains on the market right now. So it gives people a chance to really try different things. So for people who want to get the best bang for their buck, you're going to look at that Legend line. For people who want that
Right.
really high quality product, you're going to look at our Kind Tree line. And then Valhalla is our edible line where we do
Okay.
10 by 10, 10 milligram gummies in a 10 pack packaging. And those are for those people and we have hybrids, Evas, and Indicas. For those people who want something before bed, during the day, or before a workout, we have a product there.
Nice. That sounds really good. Good way to distinguish each brand. Each kind of like putting them like a label on it.
Yep.
It's kind of good way, especially for the consumers. There's so many products now in the evolving industry, in New Jersey. So it's definitely a good way.
Yeah, I feel like there's a new product popping up every day.
Yeah, really, really, really. Which is good. Which is good for the
Oh, absolutely.
for the industry. It's very good. Like I was saying, as the cannabis industry continues to evolve, innovation, trends, how does TerraSend try to stay ahead of that? Um, yeah, like how does TerraSend try to keep up with the new stuff coming out? Like you said, like it seems like every week a new product comes out. Um, yeah, how does TerraSend stay ahead or plan to stay ahead of?
I think one of the things that they do very well here at Terrasend is we try to be the ones making those changes. When we brought out like the Dablicator product and we saw how that did in the market, the Dablicator was a really cool like pen style product that had concentrated like style RSO in it that you just turn a little knob and hit a button and it give you like a nice little precise dosing of like a distillate or a
Oh
rosin.
wow,
So that was really cool. and they really try to keep, you know, people like us. We have 4 brand ambassadors here in New Jersey, 2 in the North Jersey market, 2 in the South Jersey market, and we kind of share that Central Jersey market. And we try to make sure we're talking to as many customers as we can. We try to do as many pop-ups as we can, so we have a lot of feet on the ground, and we're learning from consumers what works, what doesn't work for them, what are they looking for, what would they like to see hit the market. I know a lot of people like they're looking for those high concentrated edible products like RSO gummies and rosin gummies. So I think Terrasend does a great job at keeping us out on the streets and getting us to speak with as many customers as possible, as many
Right.
patients as possible, and find out what they're looking for. We do a good job of that.
Speaking about community, it seems like you guys are very consider the community very important. You spend all that time and effort to reach those who consume your products. Um, apart from that, how do you make the community? I guess how do I say? How do you get the support from the community? Like how I know you do pop ups and stuff like that. But I'm sure there's more behind to the pop ups, and getting the people out is another thing.
Oh, absolutely. I think having a great product is what they do. We at Terrasend make sure the products that we're putting out on the market are high quality. It's the type of flour people are looking for, the type of concentrates people are looking for. Because at the end of the day, we could do as many pop-ups as we want. The product has to speak for itself. The consumers have to like it. It has to be what they want. So the fact that they see that we're doing a pop-up and they come out to it and they show up because they're like, hey, yeah, I saw you guys were doing a deal on a Terrasend products, and I love Kind Tree, I love Legend. That's what gets people out, and that's what helps us kind of connect with the community. And they're not one thing about the community is that they're not afraid to tell you when they don't like something. So we know when to
Right.
go back and change something. Like, hey, this strain didn't, hit on the market as much as we wanted to. Maybe we look at a way to combine it with one of the strains that did hit really well and find a new, a phenotype or something like that. But they do a great job of delivering products to the market that people really enjoy. And I think that above everything else is what gets the people behind you.
Right. So my next question for you is being so many different types of products. So, you have sections like flour, concentrates, edibles, and all those type of it's so many products from not only from competition, I guess you could
Mhm.
say. Um, how do you acknowledge a certain product, or how do you highlight a certain product? Like how does Terrasend choose, or how is it based off performance, or maybe this one has more medicinal value, so you want to put that out there more, or how does Terrasend distinguish or choose how to which product to promote?
That's a good question. I think that's a little bit above my even my pay grade. But I think the market dictates what they put out there. If you have like I know cherry slushy is a very very popular strain of ours that we launched, and the market is what told us how popular it was. When you have dispensaries that will buy bring in a lot of inventory of cherry slushy and they need more in a week or two, it's like that's the market telling you, hey, you guys got one right here.
Yeah.
And that's very easy to sit there and promote. You almost don't really have to promote it. The community, the market does it for you. It's if it is what they want it hits on every
Right.
single one
Right.
of those checkpoints. The
Yeah.
flower looks good, it smells good, it tastes good, it's great high. I think
Yeah.
that's what makes it
You
easy to
let the people
promote.
speak for
Yeah,
themselves. Yeah.
you let the people speak for themselves. You don't
Yeah.
have to pick what you want to push. Just
Yeah.
let them pick.
Just let them
You
pick.
got this one right here.
I like that. I like that. So, you know, going back, go back to the top. You you stated that you were a brand ambassador. How did you come about to be a brand ambassador um
Harrison,
for Terrasend?
it was funny enough. I had you know loved the cannabis industry. Had always been involved in it since 2017 when New Jersey started to look at how they were going to do it. I love to be an activist for it. I love to remind people of the therapeutic benefits of it, the way that it connects people. And I just happened to be, on the internet and noticed that there was a position with Terrasend for brand ambassador, and I'm thinking to myself, this would be a great way to be able to touch the actual people using the products, touch the market.
Yeah.
It's easy to get into, wanting to be in sales here or wanting to do this and be in the grow facility and especially if you ever see Terrasend's grow facility. It's an absolute beautiful operation and setup. So you could be like, oh, I would love to be in here with the plants all day, and I do love the plants, but I love hearing about how it helps people.
Right.
I've had so many great conversations with so many people from so many different walks of life when I'm at all of these different dispensaries and pop-ups. You meet people who use it for the same reasons you use it, who have similar life experiences as you, and family history and how cannabis has brought their families together and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So it's so cool to just meet people and meet why, and hear why they use it and what they like about the products that you represent. And it gives you a sense of like community and really sense of like, you know what, as much as the outside world has put such a stigma on cannabis, it's
Yeah.
hilarious how, people that you normally would never talk to a day in your life, you walk down the street and you're like, you smell good, it's like cannabis can bring people together like that. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And so I love just being there one-on-one with people, talking to people about why they use it. And being a brand ambassador was a great opportunity for that.
No, definitely, definitely. As a fellow activist myself, um, seems like it's very grassroots. You know what I mean? You're going straight to the point, straight to the people. You know what I mean? You are that person in between that relates, um, concerns or, like you said, it was just positive or negative feedback,
Yeah.
which is good.
And you're not going to get everything right.
You need that, right?
Yeah.
As a fellow consumer myself, or connoisseur, patient, all of it. That says a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just the community, the goods, and being happy and being able to share that. It's quite the opposite of what it was. What is it? 5, 6 years ago, where
Yeah.
when it was illegal, you couldn't have that conversation with all walks of life because most of them.
Everyone's so quiet
Yeah,
about it. Like,
yeah.
cannabis? No, I would never use weed.
Yeah.
Little did you know they were going home popping a couple edibles.
Yeah. The ones that looked down on it were the ones that really were consuming.
Mm-hmm.
But
See it a lot. It's
yeah,
hilarious.
it is, but it's a big step. It's the evolving of the cannabis industry. I'm gonna hit you with one more last question before I let you go. Don't want to take any more of your time. Um, what's something you want to see in the cannabis industry change? Anywhere from home grow to maybe having more accessibility to the FICO. What's some stuff that you would like to see in the future in the legal space?
Well, above everything, home grow. I think everybody should have the ability to grow at home if they want. I don't think the lawmakers really understand how hard it really is and how few people will actually do it. But patients should always have the access to be able to grow at home. That's above everything else. That's above the having fun with it. That's above the making money side of it. That's above everything else. Patients should have the ability to grow their own medicine at home. The garden state. Everybody
Yeah.
got a garden, should have a garden at home. But on the fun side of cannabis, kind of how I would like to see the market evolve in terms of kind of just like opening up about it a little bit. I hope to see things like the expansion of the type of products that people are allowed to, like manufacturers are allowed to make. I hope to see a little bit more loosening of the restriction of like dosage per gummy or
Yes.
and edible products and things like that. I hope to see beverages come to New Jersey soon, and I would hope that it gets to a point. I would just like to see a little bit more acceptance of it.
Yeah.
You still see municipalities that don't allow cannabis businesses in their town. We're about to get consumption lounges, but there's still a lot of restrictions on those. It's like I would like to see cannabis treated from a regulatory standpoint as we treat alcohol. We let adults make
Yeah.
adult decisions, and we, enforce the laws and rules on people who don't treat it with adult respect.
Right.
It's an adult. It's an adult product. It's an adult something. So that's what I
Yeah.
say.
Yeah. For sure. Definitely agree, especially with the lounges. I think it's a the lounges I think would solve a lot of issues. You know, one of the points that was brought up to me a couple years ago was the lounge can help a person that may be depressed and consume for depression or all that, but it's another outlet to go meet other fellow people that like to consume what you consume. It's already a relatable spot where you want to go.
Yep.
And that's a big one. And another one for me, to the point of lounges is people that live on housing, federal housing. You can't consume inside the housing. You get kicked out, lose
Mhm.
your all your benefits and all that stuff. So that's like a major one. But yeah, I definitely agree with all those. It's definitely something. Hopefully soon, sooner than later. But yeah, I appreciate your time. Thank you for
Uh,
stopping by. I hope you had a
Appreciate it.
good one.
Definitely had
And
one. A
yeah,
lot of
man,
fun.
I appreciate. I hope you see you around again.
Definitely,
And
definitely.